comes to him, he takes grips, builds them into better and better and better grips so that when he sweeps, he has everything he could want. But there's another guard player I can think of that has a game very similar to that,
100%.
and that's Tynan Zalpera. And Jansen Gomez, somebody recently referred to the way Jansen beat Tynan as like a boogeyman, right? Once he got in front, he just kind of gave him that look and that shimmy of the shoulders and said, "You're not going to beat me." And there's a certain swagger, a certain attitude to the way that Jansen carries himself when he's ahead on the scoreboard that is very difficult to build against.
Yeah, he is not letting a lot get going. And there's a nice deep
Leg
stack
drag.
pass where he pulls that arm across. You almost got into a leg drag. You're absolutely right. Now using the knee, Batista having to work hard in these positions. Man, Batista's going to have to score points, advantages, to possibly even get penalties on the board. He is so behind, and he has a lot less time than he is used to work. This is not a 10-minute fight. You give up something early, man, you still have basically 10 minutes to go. He has 3 minutes to try to get something going here against Jansen Gomez.
We're halfway through now, more than halfway through, and when Jansen's ahead, Jansen is very hard to shake. He does a good job of staying aggressive, staying in good position, not taking any risks, and forcing the person on bottom to really sacrifice it all to make something happen.
I think that this is a really great example of what confidence can do for your fighting style, because compare this to the Jansen that fought. This could be a nice little attempt here. He pancakes him back down. I thought he was going to be able to turn that into a little bit more. Batista able to get the knee shield
that
working.
crazy dog grip now on the bottom leg too.
Man, compare this to the Jansen that fought in those Pan Am finals against Gustavo. That was a lot more of a tentative guy.
A little too much respect for the world champion.
And he lost by an advantage there. Now you see he's putting a lot more together, still pushing the fight forward to his position. We've seen this grip a few times tonight where guys grab that bottom leg and they're pushing it way far back behind him, trying to get into that hip area next to the person, expose their flank as much as possible. A lot of checkmat athletes are very good at that. I consider that an integral part of the checkmat passing style. Absolutely. And Jansen is probably the best at it out of checkmat.
And what happens off that grip is exactly this, right? They go for the one direction pass, but there's so many cutbacks on that grip because the bottom player, the guard player, has to sell out to stop that circular pass.
That's side-to-side pressure. A lot of people think of pressure as just like straight down kind of a squeezing thing. But if you can get that level of reaction necessary just to recompose your guard, suddenly that's its own form of pressure. Speaking of pressure now, this is the more standard, just straightforward, trying to stack. Is Jansen. He's turning the corner heavy there, not quite able to get it going. And Gustavo, 90 seconds left on the clock, has to get something moving here, or he's going to suffer the consequence. He's going to suffer
the mistakes as a person who's losing, right? As Jansen knows now, all he's going to do is keep moving and keep his pressure, keep his physical pressure going. And the situation is going to come down to Gustavo, where he's going to have to decide, do I risk it all and try and score?
This is probably Gustavo's best guard, in my opinion, is this lasso. With 1 minute left, this is where he's going to want to be. But like you said, situational pressure is building. As Jansen is just, he deconstructs that lasso guard perfectly. Left, right, side-to-side pressure. He's going to pass.
He's going to pass, and he's got the head across. Gustavo turtles up, but at least an advantage here.
Leg drag.
He still got the leg drag in. Gustavo will suck up 50-50 here. And don't mistake it. Gustavo Batista has an incredible knee bar, but with 20 seconds left in a 50-50-esque position, he's going to have to really go for broke on the knee bar to make anything happen.
No chance, baby.
And now we've got a reverse guard.
No chance. In this reverse Ushiro position, Jansen Gomez is going to hang tight, and he's going to pick up the revenge victory against Gustavo Batista. Jansen Gomez is on top of the gi world right now.
A milestone win for Jansen Gomez to come back against the person who beat him in March in the PANS final, now a world champion, and saying, I'm here now, this is Jansen's time.
Incredible. The last fight he lost by an advantage. Here he's winning by 2 points, totally blanking his opponent. Kind of sounds like he got 30% better overnight just by winning a world title. Sounds like there was something to that Teddy Atlas quote. The favela boy himself, you can go watch Festa na Favela, the highlight that we made of Jansen's world championship run, where he beat Tynan Dobra, beat Tyra Tolo to walk away with gold. check that out right now on the website. This is a guy who is announcing that he is going to be here for a while. He is a force. He is not done yet. He is not a one-hit wonder. In fact, he's gotten a little better. That's bad news for a lot of middleweights and medium heavies out there.
I'm going to throw this out there right now. I know we have a year of ADCC trials left to go, but right now my vote for Breakthrough Grappler of the Year is Jansen Gomez. And I know that's a weird pick, right? Jansen has been a black belt on the scene for a while, but I'll remind you, Giancarlo Bodoni won it last year. So, it's not unheard of for a kind of
mildly
under the radar
yeah.
black belt to make a huge statement, and I think this is the year for Jansen Gomez to do it.
I mean, you talk about jumping levels. Who has jumped more of a level in all of our minds than Jansen? Somebody who I think we might have thought about as a medalist, and now we're talking about as one of the top pound-for-pound gi athletes on the planet. Somebody who is rightfully favored with anybody in 2 divisions now. That's the guy we're talking about. Not just can he medal at 1, he could win either at this point. And I don't know that we've seen the best of him. We see this takedown that ended up being the big deal. What happened here is it's not that they gave him the takedown points. They said that Gustavo Batista was backing out of bounds, fleeing the mat. That's a penalty that automatically awards 2 points to the aggressor, in this case Jansen, as well as the penalty. It ends up being a lot more of a negative.
We'll be right back with the last match of the night, the final in the 8-woman Grand Prix for $20,000. That's Gabby Pisagna versus Yara Suarez. Right after this break, don't go anywhere.
Obrigado, Salomão. Vou confessar que essa era a luta que eu mais queria assistir. Do Cantagalo pro BJJ Stars, o Fepa deu uma chance pro Nenego. Nenego lutou com um medalhão, que é o Peixe.